Tariffs, immigration, and Mel Gibson are all on this day. Welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is May 19th, 2021. It is the 139th day of the year. There are 226 days left in this year. It's the 20th Wednesday in the 21st week and the 61st day of spring. We got 33 days left until summer. If today's your birthstone is still an emerald, just like the last videos we did. These birthstones seem to go on for like 4 months sometimes. It's weird. Today is National May Ray Day. This is a celebration, and this is a day to celebrate rays of sunshine. Yeah, we're celebrating the sun. Sweet. Thought that's what the solstice was. Who knows? All right, let's see what else happened on May 19th. 1828, U.S. President John Quincy Adams signs the Tariff of 1828 into law, protecting wool manufacturers in the United States. You know, John Quincy Adams is the son of the second president, John Adams. I think out of all the presidential facial hair, his is my favorite. Always had those sideburn things. It's crazy. 1921, the United States Congress passes the Emergency Quota Act establishing national quotas on immigration. The Emergency Quota Act restricted the number of immigrants admitted from any one country annually to 3% of the number of residents that the country had living in the United States at the 1910 census. That meant people from Northern and Western Europe had a higher quota and were more likely to be admitted to the U.S. than those from, let's say, Eastern and Southern Europe, or from non-European countries. To put it plainly, let's say there were 100 people living in the United States at the time from Iceland. We would only take 3 more. Now, this was a temporary thing, and that 3% was supposed to last for a few years. This was designed in response to the large influx of Southern and Eastern Europeans and successfully restricted their immigration, as well as other undesirables, as the United States called them. In short, they didn't want any more Irish or Italians. They had a big problem with them. This was like one of the first major immigration laws that the United States had ever had, and now we've had tons of them. This one was replaced a few years later with the Immigration Act of 1924, which actually reduced the quota to 2%. Flash forward to 2021, all we ever hear about is immigration. 1942, World War II. In the aftermath of the Battle of the Coral Sea, Task Force 16 heads to Pearl Harbor. Task Force 16 was made up of the USS Enterprise, a couple cruisers, the Salt Lake City, I believe, in Northampton, and a half dozen destroyers. The guy in charge of this thing was Admiral Halsey, who was a seriously hard dude. Sadly, right before the Battle of Midway, which was their shining moment, he got a skin disease and had to be hospitalized. I mean, right before Midway happened. 1959, the North Vietnamese Army establishes Group 559, whose responsibility is to determine how to maintain supply lines to South Vietnam. The resulting route is called the Ho Chi Minh Trail, which I saw this documentary on it years ago, and it was a marvel of logistics. There's thousands of people carrying backpacks and bags of supplies along hundreds and hundreds of miles, like a human ant trail. 1962, a birthday salute to President John F. Kennedy takes place at Madison Square Garden in New York City. The highlight of this event is Marilyn Monroe's rendition of Happy Birthday. 1963, the New York Post Sunday magazine publishes Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham jail. 2018, the wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle is held at St. George Chapel in Windsor, with an estimated global audience of 1.9 billion. Okay, I don't get it. Never could, never will. I remember my grandmother and my sister, my mom and all them being all up in arms about Prince Charles and Princess Diana when they got married. I just don't get it. Okay, so sadly when Princess Diana died, that was a sad event, and all these people just lined up for miles and miles to drop off flowers at Buckingham Palace or wherever they were doing it. And I remember this one woman, they interviewed her, and she flew all the way from, I don't know, Oregon or something like that, to the United Kingdom, and she's in tears about this. She's not British, she's from the US, and they're all, so why did you come all this way? She goes, I just needed closure. Closure for what? You didn't know the lady? Never understood that. Anyway, moving on. Movies released on May 19th, 1995. Braveheart. Great movie. Now, this is before Mel Gibson went off his rocker and made a bunch of racist comments and stuff while being arrested by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department while driving while intoxicated. Great movie, though. One of my favorite all-time movies. So many good people. One person in that was Catherine McCormick. If you saw the movie, she was his girlfriend at the beginning that was killed. And I remember watching the movie going, she's outstanding. She's a great actress, attractive. I thought she was going to really take off. I looked her up just now, and I hadn't thought about her in years, and she's been working steady, but that was like one of her biggest roles ever. I was like, that's too bad. I really thought she was going to, skyrocketing career after that movie. But I mean, she's worked steady, just nothing giant like she did in Braveheart. Born on May 19th, 1944, Chewbacca, also known as Peter Mayhew. He was an English-American actor. Sadly, he died of a heart attack in 2019. The man was 7 foot tall. They never seemed to last that long, It's just too bad. He was only 74, which realistically, for someone that big, that's a good run. I mean, most of the time when you're extremely tall like that, you die maybe in your early 50s, late 40s. But yeah, Chewbacca died on April 30th, 2019 from a heart attack in Boyd, Texas. Died on May 19th, 1994, we lost Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, American journalist and the 37th First Lady of the United States. Quite a life that woman led. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, be productive, be nice to each other.